Hey everybody, Josh Flom here with Team O2 Drop. Just recording a standard video for you. I just kind of threw together a whole bunch of really bad red cards, and I wanted to see if I could make bad red a thing. I'm playing a lot of commons like Satyr Hoplite, Inferno Fist to go onto the Satyr Hoplite, this Nyxborn guy who is actually really, really bad, but it's all just basically centered around Satyr Hoplite and ways to kill other creatures, make Satyr Hoplite really big, and punch you in the face. And I put Active Treason in here because, like the dragons that come out that stop me, I can just steal them and deal that little bit of extra damage. So this is everything that we want it to be. So we're going to keep this hand. We're going first. It's really hard to lose with a hand like this. We just go turn 1 Satyr Hoplite into ways to enchant it and hope that it doesn't die. There's an argument to playing white so we can play God's Willing or something along those lines to protect our Hoplite or any of our other creatures that are here. But I'm just not going to do that. Like, so we probably just want to play this Inferno Fist, and then we get in for 4, which is a pretty big game. We also have Fanatic of Moggus in this list as a 2 of. So once the board gums up, we do have a lot of creatures that have double red. So we just play out our devotion and win that way. So it's a little bit of Burn to the Face, a little bit of Satyr Hoplite. I think that this card's really underrated, especially in Standard right now. I don't know why more people aren't playing it. Okay, so there's the ultimate price. Puts us a little bit behind, but not that big of an issue. We can just play out this Intimidate guy. And then this ends up being a really big game too, because we can start pumping the Intimidate guy. He's basically unblockable by most decks, which is obviously really, really good. On our next turn, I think we're going to bestow the Rockler onto our Intimidate creature and just main phase Magma Spray this Elvish Mystic so that he can't ramp into any more like big things. Or do we kill the Leaf Gilder? We're going to kill the Leaf Gilder instead. Which is fine. Trying the double strike guy. Yeah, I think that that's still our play. Kill this. Bestow this on our Intimidator. Bash for 3. And we're just going to F6 here. And he Hero's Downfalls that, but it does leave us a creature, which is a thing. So this Active Treason's gonna, I just like being black-green like he is. This Active Treason's going to get a lot of work done. When he plays his big creature and then we use it against him to bash him in the face. We're going to attack with this. He clearly is not going to make this trade, so it's worth just getting in the extra point of damage. We're going to play out a Double Striker. Playing out the Double Striker is really big too. We do have ways to pump that as well. You know, +3, +1, and whatnot ends up giving it +6, essentially. So really, really, really big game. Like, this deck should be a lot worse than it is. Based on the fact that I don't think I'm running any rares in this deck. I'm just running, like, an oops no rares deck. I just wanted to see if it was viable. Sylvan Messenger. Trample. Oh, this is from the new set. Okay. Oh, what happened? Yeah, okay. You got it. So it looks like it's just a black-green elf deck. Which we're a lot less scared of. Than like the big dumb creatures that have trample. Like a 2/2 with trample is no big deal. Okay, we can't really profitably attack. I don't think... I mean, he'll probably make that trade, and we don't really want to make the trade because we have a Fanatic of Mogus in hand. So what we're going to do is either steal him, hit him for 2, 4, 5, or we play out our Intimidator and just build up our devotion until we can steal something bigger if we need to. Otherwise, Fanatic Amogus is probably just going to win us this game. So we're just going to play out our Intimidator. This is the line I'm taking. It makes the most sense to me, because when Fanatic Amogus comes out right now, he's coming out for 6 damage. Yeah, we're not attacking. Like, it might be worth trying to do something with him, just because Elvish Visionary is no big deal. Because, like, Elf Lords exist. There's not a lot of them in Standard, but I know that in Modern, and especially in Legacy, Elves are a thing with Collected Company. Which I assume is going to be in this deck. Like, I just assume Collected Company's here. Okay. That's fine. I don't think he's attacking. Yeah, he doesn't want to make the trade either, so that's just fine with me. Yeah, again, I think we're just building up our devotion, and we're going to start attacking with him on our next turn. Because he will trade with this guy, and that's okay. We just don't want to trade something with 2 devotion on it, because it's just some extra damage when the Fanatic of Mogus comes out. And at this rate, I really feel like the Fanatic of Mogus is going to come out. This elf deck is really slow. I'm surprised. Most elf decks are explosive and will kill you. Okay, so this is good. The Shaman of the Pack comes in and hits me for 4. But it's not the end of the world. It just sucks that he's going to gain the life. Right? Oh no, I just lose life. It's no big deal. And that hits me for 5. Also not a big deal. We have so many ways to deal with these. Okay, so here's an interesting scenario. We can lightning strike his face or get rid of one of his creatures. He's going to be attacking soon, I would assume. If we strike his face, it puts him to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fanatic Amogus hits for 5. We're probably not going to get through a lot of damage. I think that it's good. I think we're just going to hold up the Lightning Strike and pass the turn. Like, there's nothing that needs to be Lightning Striked right now. We'll wait until he attacks and then make the decision later. Because he could have, like, a big, dumb Elf Lord that we need to take care of. Okay. So that's really bad because he can... yeah, just keep returning this shaman to his hand and then replaying that, and then we lose life that way. Okay, so that's how he's going to win. That's fine. We're going to take that and bash him in the face, obviously. Say okay. We're going to kill one of these now because that's how he's going to do that. We're hopefully going to draw a Magma Spray. That would be great. Boom! Ask and you shall receive, I suppose. Okay, so we just Magma Spray this right now. So that he's not returning and replaying that shaman. We might take some damage off of him next turn. But that's fine, because that's going to be the creature that we do steal from him. So I'm glad we held that up and waited until we figured out what was going on. It's a really good card for him. Like, I like that little combo, but it's not something we're going to allow. The Elvish Visionary combo is really good for him too. He gets to just draw an extra card every turn because of this guy, but we're going to steal him and bash him into the face. So Messenger, really good because he's essentially just drawing all the things. What did he reveal? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing we need to be worried about. I'm surprised he didn't swing with the 4/4 there. I know I certainly would have. Okay, so we're going to active treason, steal him, bash for 4. Move to combat. Swing. And if he does attack us, we're going to Crowd's Favor, our double strike guy, and then that'll actually just kill him. It would trade with him, but it does kill him, so... And he doesn't block, which we expected. So he's down to 9 now. We're going to keep that in mind for Fanatic of Mogus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're 4 damage away, or 4 even devotion away from just slamming a Fanatic of Mogus and winning the game. We do need another land. I suppose that should be mentioned, but other than that, I think we're pretty good. We're not going to F6 through this in case we end up in a situation where he's attacking and we need to Crowd's Favor something. I think Crowd's Favor is really good in this situation. I think next turn we can attack with the Borderland. He's going to go to block it with this guy, and then we Crowd's Favor, giving him first strike, makes him a 4/2 first striker, and then we just get there. So he's not going to see Crowd's Favor coming out of us, and we can get rid of a couple of like these elves. He's got a lot of them. Like a lot. Oh, that is a big game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That'll hit me for 8. And next turn, he's got the win. So, unless he does block with this 4/4, he might just have the win right now. He does if he attacks. I think you're smart enough to attack, right? Well, maybe not. Like, this is all summoning sick. Okay. So, what's the play here? Like, we're going to lose next turn. So, we want to just attack with everything and try to hit this Titan Strength and the Crowd's Favor. Because he's going to return this next turn and hit me with it, and then I just die. Otherwise, he just attacks me with all these creatures, and I just die. So it's worth just attacking with all of our creatures, seeing how he lines up his blocks. And if he screws up and doesn't block this, we might be able to get there. 4, 5, 10. Yep, so if he doesn't block our double striker, we're going to hit him for 10. Oh, wow. Okay, so that's very good. We just won the game on his mistakes. Put that on top, doesn't matter. We're going to Crowd's Favor. Choosing him. So now we're going to hit him for 11 in the face, and we just win the game. We stole one there. I don't know why he wouldn't block, but I will take it, and we'll go to sideboard. There's a lot of 1/1s and 2/1s, so Scouring Sands is really good here. Arc Lightning is really good here. Active Treason isn't good here. I kind of thought it would be because I thought that we'd see some big dumb green creatures, but it doesn't look like that's the case. Frenzied Goblin probably isn't good here either. He just has a lot of tokens and a lot of like elves he can trade off. We probably don't want the Wall of Fires. We just want to get there faster than he does. He's not playing any artifacts. Yeah, I think we're going to submit the deck like this. And go into game 2. Well, this is a little bit of an awkward hand, but we're certainly going to keep it. We've got land and some stuff to do. And we're on the draw, so we're going to keep. An Opulent Palace. Surprising. Alright, this is super good. We're holding up Magma Spray, so we can just Magma Spray any little mana dork that he brings out. It might be worth holding Magma Spray just for the Shaman, because there's ways to bounce it back. But I don't know, I'm always a fan of just like killing the Elvish Mystic. Like, we don't want him ramping into anything. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to spray the Elvish Mystic and take him off of a turn. We're going to play these guys. And pass the turn. If we can draw a land, we do have our double strike guys in, and that's really good. Yeah, Elvish Visionary is fine. Okay, Satyr Hoplite's really good. So we are going to attack with our 3/2 here. And just for mana purposes, I think we're going to play out another one of these Borderland guys. We should be weary of Bile Blight, and he has the mana to cast it right now. But I mean, if he's got it, right? Like, let's just play it out. We'll get as much damage out there as we possibly can. And pass the turn. I mean, if he's got it, he's got it. That's just fine with me. It's better that he does that to... wow. So he just wastes 2 ultimate price on these Borderland dudes. So that's a really, really bad turn for him. Like, we certainly have more dangerous creatures than that, like including this one. And we say okay and pass the turn. And maybe he'll attack into us with his Elvish Visionary. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Kind of stuck on land here, which sucks, but let's play this. Okay. And I don't think he'll trade. I wouldn't mind a trade here. I would prefer not to get it, obviously. But we saw the last game what this guy can do. And if he's just going to keep bouncing Elvish Visionary, he's going to get himself to the point where he is cycling through those shamans. So we're just going to attack and offer the trade with the 4/4. I don't think he'll block, and just getting through damage is good. Okay. We probably didn't want him to block there. Just because, like, our Satyr Hoplite's the way we win the game right now. Especially through this crowd's favor and whatnot. We're just going to keep bashing to the face. We kind of have to ignore what he's doing right now. Yeah, but we're going to be okay. I think that we're going to just get there. This is fine. Ick. That sucks a lot. Yeah, there's nothing we can really do about it. I'm glad we swung when we did. That's the 3rd ultimate price he's played. So let's just keep that in mind. Yuck. We don't have a play. Being mana screwed is a thing. He gets to just keep bouncing this Elvish Visionary and drawing cards, which is tough for us to deal with. We're going to take 5 this turn. Maybe just 4 if he needs the Elvish Mystic, but I think that's a lot to take. I do like this card with Enter the Battlefield effects. Okay, so now we've got the Shaman thing going. We're going to be a little bit of trouble. I'd like to draw... I don't know, anything? anything to deal with the Shaman. So Magma Spray. Oh, Arc Lightning's really good too. Yeah, that's fantastic if we had the land to cast it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we're just dead. Because he's gonna bounce this, then replay it, hit us for 3, then he hits us for 7. We're just dead. Arc Lightning would have been great. We would have been able to take care of both of these creatures if we had the land to do it. But we're just gonna concede and go to game 3. I think we're still good. Maybe we... I don't know. We literally have no way to deal with that 4/4. Maybe we do bring in 2 Wall of Fires, and we'll bring out... the Nyxborn guy. He's just not good. Nyxborn, we'll bring in another wall. No, we'll bring in a Rough Rider. Okay. We'll roll with it like this. And hopefully we can kind of get there. Yes, I would like to play first. This seems like a really bad matchup for us. Okay, this is really good. We have Magma Spray to kind of get rid of things. We're going to hold the Magma Spray until we see the Shaman again. Because last turn, like, killing the Elf just wasn't good enough. The Infernal Fist on the Hoplite's really good too. We can sack the Infernal Fist to kill the Shaman. We got a lot of ways to deal 2 damage. And the Shaman is certainly the thing we're worried about. The guy that bounces it, the 4/4 that bounces, is a problem too, obviously. But we really don't have a way to deal 4 damage because I don't have Stoke the Flames in this deck because I just don't. I just put together like this super budget deck. I think it'll cost you like total. I think this deck would cost you $10 to put together in Paper Magic. I mean, it's really cheap. That dirty cheap red. It's not something I normally play. I normally play a lot of control. I really like blue, black, but let's just put this together with these random cards that I have and see if it works. And I mean, so far I've won some games with it, which is pretty crazy. Alright. Play the Hoplite, pass the turn. And that turn 1 Elvish Mystic. So everything about me wants to say bolt the Elvish Mystic, right? But I'm just not going to. I wonder if do we play the Infernal Fist to get through for 4, or do we get through for 1, play the War Name at... No, we'll play the Infernal Fist. And attack with the Hoplite. Get through for 4. Get there. He just has green, so he's not going to ultimate price this yet. Green, green, Elvish Visionary. He should have done that before he played that other green card, in case he drew a swamp, so he can play a swamp. It's little things like that that can win and lose you games. None of us are perfect when it comes to that whole playing that magic game. But it's worth noting. Okay, so what we're going to do is attack for 4. He probably just chump blocks with the Elvish Visionary here. I don't see him just taking 4 more. Yeah. Okay, the chump block with the Elvish Visionary is what we expected, and that's just fine. And then we're going to play the Warname Aspirant right now. We are not going to play the Wall of Fire. We don't need to. Like, we're just not worried about anything that he has going on yet. Where we need to play out this Wall of Fire. It also allows us to keep up sacrificing this Infernal Fist to deal 2 damage or Magma Spray. So that's why we play out the Warname Aspirant. It also triggers the Raid, so he gets +1/+1. Okay, so now he's got access to all of his colors. I wonder why he's running these Opulent Palaces. I haven't seen anything blue from him. It's not to say like it doesn't exist. I just haven't seen it. He must have another Elvish Mystic in hand. Apparently not. Oh, wow. What a great draw. Okay, so we're going to Scouring Sands right now, and we're going to hit him for 7. I think it's worth it to just play this now to get a 2-for-1. And then leave up... And we're going to leave up Magma Spray and Infernal Fist. So, Scouring Sands, take out his team. Then we get to Scry. Keep this right on top. I mean, this can just win us the game. Okay. Attack with all creatures. Okay. We want to be careful not to F6 through this. In case he tries to kill the Hoplite, I can at least sack off the Infernal Fist to shoot him in the face. Which it looks like is what he's going to be doing right now. Yep, so we're going to sack off the Infernal Fist and punch him in the face. Hit him for 2. Okay. And hopefully he plays out something that I can Magma Spray right now. He just does not. Okay. So we're going to attack with the Warname Aspirant. Titan Strength it. Put him on top because he can get through. Get you for 6. Do we play the Wall of Fire? Do we hold up Magma Spray? Let's just play the Wall of Fire. Pass the turn. Like, he certainly is going to play something that gets Magma Sprayed. Okay, that's fine. Hero's Downfall is definitely not good against us. We have enough creatures that, like, paying 3 to kill one of them is just bad. He should be playing Bile-Blight. And pass the turn. Okay, so we're showing lethal that can't be blocked right now. So unless he has a kill spell for Krenko, we're just going to get there. And he's got another Hero's Downfall in hand. Okay. He's just loaded with removal. I think it's 4 Hero's Downfall, 4 Ultimate Price. Like, that is a lot of removal. We'll just keep playing out our creatures like we have a lot of them. He eventually has to run out, right? Yeah, we're holding up Magma Spray right now, so if he plays anything, we just Magma Spray it. Beginning of your upkeep, return a creature you control to its hand. Okay. Like, he has to return that to his hand. Yeah, I attack into this, and then I Titan Strength it, and I kill that guy, and then I get the Scry. So he has to block. We're going to attack. He has to block. We play a Titan Strength to kill it, and yeah, we'll leave this right on top. The only creature that doesn't kill is this guy, and we're killing him right now. Pass the turn. So he can play out little dorks that can block. If you control another elf, put a 1/1 green creature out. But he does not control another elf, which is too bad for him. Oh, okay. So, in response to this, we're going to kill this so that he doesn't get that trigger. And then now we're glad that we kept the Magma Spray right on top, because we're going to Magma Spray it and then win the game. So that's how you get there in 3, boys and girls, with dirty, cheap red, a whole bunch of really, really bad cards, kind of strewn together to make a deck. That's kind of what red does, though, right? Just a lot of bad cards, no real card advantage, burn their face, and then you win the match. Okay, thanks for watching. Hopefully this video will be up on YouTube soon.